Super new company on the scene, Cloudflare, is a pay-to-crawl company. So basically, you've got a website and you got a bunch of content that you're putting up online, and crawlers, since the days of search, are creeping up on in there. And ostensibly, the search engines would look for your meta tags, look for content, so they could drive traffic to your site. Now, the large language models, the AI bot companies, aren't there to tag your shit to go send traffic. They're scraping that shit up to train their models so that when somebody goes into ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity, Grok, then they're literally pulling your fucking content, aggregating it, and barfing out an awesome answer to the query, and they're not compensating you anything for your content on your site. Now, a lot of this content's copyrighted. There are lawsuits, class action lawsuits. Sarah Silverman, the comic. You're stealing my jokes. New York Times, you're ripping all of our content. The Atlantic, stop that shit. Some companies are actually licensing their content with the bot companies proactively, knowing that they're doing it anyway, but how much money are they really making? But there's a solution to this, or at least the beginning of one. There's a company called Cloudflare. Very, very interesting. And you plug it into your website, and by default, it stops the bots from spidering your shit up. Number one, that's like the default setting. And then it opens up gates, pathways for individual bot companies to come on in and scrape your content, but you got to pay. They have to pay you for your content, for the privilege of training their models on your stuff. To me, this is brilliant. The question is, how much money is actually being transferred? I don't know. Jury's still out, but the model is awesome because it ultimately creates a conduit for the large language models as they scrape and train to compensate content creators. A recent judge who was adjudicating one of these cases chastised the bot companies. And he was basically like, come on, guys, you guys are making billions, potentially trillions of dollars on these models that are being trained from other people's copyrighted material, and you can't figure out a way to compensate them. You're just taking it. And this Cloudflare is the beginning of a great idea, I think. Can you do this at scale? Can you make it worth the content creator's while? I don't know, but it's a step in the right direction. And it's very, very fascinating how problems can be solved without suing the shit out of everybody. You can figure it out. Digital solutions, digital problems and digital solutions. Cloudflare. Check it out. Pay to crawl. By default, go away. And if you want to pay, come into my site, scrape my shit, but compensate me for the hard work I do to create the content that's making you rich. Love it.